What's up, YouTube? This video is brought to you by Webull. If you'd like to help out the channel and get 2 free stocks, make sure you check out my link below. Hey, I'm Sain, and if you're new here, I make videos on personal finance and how to invest and build wealth through the stock market. I started this Robinhood challenge for 2 reasons. Number 1, I wanted to simplify investing for those that wanted to invest but didn't quite know how. And number 2, I wanted to show you guys in real time the companies that I invest in to grow my portfolio from $0 to 10K and then eventually from 10K to 100K. So feel free to join me on the journey by grabbing some free stock using my link below, or sit back and watch. Either way, I appreciate you. Today's video is about earnings seasons. Guys, I need to talk to you about the significance of earnings season, why it matters, and why you should pay attention to it. But before we do that, let's take a look at my portfolio. Okay guys, as you can see, my portfolio is currently sitting at $35,594.39. On the day, we are down almost 1.5%. On the week, we are up almost 1%. On the month, we are up over 3.5%. If I take you guys 3 months out, we are up almost 15%. If we go 1 year out, we are up over 10%. And if we look all time, same thing, we're up over 10%. Guys, you know I started this portfolio in January with $0. And so I am very happy with the progress it has made thus far. Hey, listen, man, it's important to understand the significance of earnings season. Today, the market was up and down, and it was for a reason. And today, man, I need to talk to you guys about why the stock market will do things like this so that you understand what's going on, so you don't panic and you make a crazy move because you're unaware of what's happening. The thing I need you to know, guys, is this. Earnings season comes around every quarter. You have what they will say Q1. That means Q1 earning report, Q2, Q3, and Q4. Right now, we're in Q2 earnings. What that means, guys, is that the companies you are invested in, it's time for them to boss up and talk about how they did, how many sales they had, how much money they made, how much money they lost. And all those things is what's going to drive the current prices of the stocks that you own. The reason why that's important is because the stock market looks forward. So the stock market is already looking at September, October, and November. So the price of the companies you're invested in may or may not go up or down. It all depends on how they do. So that's why it's important you invest in companies that you actually like, so that you don't mind doing the research on what they're actually doing. The reason why that's important, because if we use Apple, for example, let's say that they were anticipating a new cell phone coming out, and because of the corona, the cell phone didn't drop, and that messed up their sales or the amount of money they would have made for this quarter. You can anticipate that Apple may likely take a dip, the stock price, okay? And so you have to, as an investor, be saying to yourself, depending on if it's a long-term play or a short-term play, you may need to make strategic moves based on that information. So apply that same thing to the companies you're invested in. You may need to make certain type of moves because the company may or may not have hit on earnings this particular quarter. And as a result, the stock may dip and you may potentially lose out on a few dollars, okay? Also, the other thing you need to know is this. Earnings season is often a time where people take profits, okay? If a stock has run up crazy, think Tesla, think Zoom, think Neo, think anything that you guys can think of, because the stock market been going crazy. So no matter what you invested in, all you guys have made some kind of money. Investors, what they do, they peel a little bit off the top. So you guys know on this channel, if you rock with me, we have 125 shares. Right now, they may take 75 shares, using that as the example of what's happening. So when you see the price of Neo drop today to 13, that was because all the Neo investors was taking profits today. When you see Apple, Tesla, and Amazon all dip today, all that simply means is that not the stock is bad, but that people are taking profits. When you take profits and make the stock price go lower, that's good for some of us that want to get in at a lower price. So always remember that, and always think of earnings season as an opportunity. Listen, guys, I hope that little example was helpful, man. It's important to be on the lookout for every earnings season. You need to know certain dates. You need to know when the companies you invest in have to report earnings. So today, for instance, we had Pepsi. But tomorrow, those of you guys that are invested in Wells Fargo, Delta, Citibank, JP Morgan. Those are the companies that gotta post their earnings tomorrow. And so it's important that if you invested in those, that you be mindful so that you can make moves accordingly. Up next, our word of the day is earnings or earnings seasons. And I just want to simply touch on what earnings actually mean. Long story short, guys, it's the money or the projection of what they did that particular quarter, not what they did last year, not what they did the year before. None of that matters. All that matters is from the time Q1 ended, how much money, how many sales, how much revenue did your company make from this day to this day? Okay, so guys, you already know the first quarter or Q1 is January, February, March. So all they're concerned with right now is what happened from April, May, and June. That's all that matters. What did your company do during those 3 months? Okay, and you need to be mindful of that, because that can help you guys better determine the stock price, what it should be, what it's going to go to, or what it might drop to. Next up, we have our question of the day, and today's questions come from Independent. This is a long one, so I need you guys to stick with me on this. First of all, Chris, mad love for you, my brother, and congrats on the channel. I look forward to watching your videos every day as true inspiration to me in this newly found journey of building wealth and knowledge. Black people have been in the dark for so long with investing our money and making it work for us. I read more now, I research more, and most of all, I listen more. You have been truly a light in my path on my investment growth. I started investing 2.5 months ago with $100 on a penny stock, and I have built my portfolio to over 10,000 as of today. Major salute, family. Every extra dollar I can spare is now invested in my future. My children have become so involved in this journey with me that they prefer investing in the market instead of buying toys. One has Tesla and the other has Google. That's major. My investing has also become infectious to my other family members. This has been a blessed venture, and I'm looking forward to reaching the 30,000 club. Much love, my brother. I need help with dividend tracking, and what advice can you give? And is there an app available to help simplify tracking them? Tony B from Florida. Listen, Tony, man, I thank you for sending this in. I told you in the comments that I was moved by this and that I was going to feature you in the next video, because, guys, this is the epitome of what this is all about. Man, when you can turn your kids on, when you can turn your family on, that is how you guys begin to create generational wealth. Tony is doing some things, man, that I know a lot of you guys can relate to. He only jumped in the game with $100, man, and he done turned 100 to 10,000 already by just being consistent, by devoting all his time and resources towards investing. I'm telling you guys, I talk to every single one of you in the comments, and so I never ignore a comment. I always hit you guys up, and I always rock out with you guys, man. And I can tell more you guys are shunning the club, shunning going out, buying this, buying that. You can't wait for the weekend to be over half of the time because you're ready for the stock market to open so you can buy some stocks. And guys, that's the power of the stock market. It's so infectious, like Tony said. It's so contagious, like he said. It'll make you change how you live. It'll be a whole lifestyle change that you guys will embark on. And before you know it, like I built this small portfolio in January, you guys will start seeing 30,000, 50,000, and it'll be the first time that you guys have let that much money sit in an investment portfolio or any type of account for that matter. The rich and the wealthy and the 1% have been doing this for years, guys. We are late to the party, but like my boy Chevy always say, we here now. And so because we here, we about to dominate. And so, man, I just wanted to salute you. I wanted to shout out your kids. I wanted to shout out your significant other. All of you guys are doing a phenomenal thing, man. The stock market is the greatest vehicle in the world, no knock to real estate, for building wealth because the barrier to entry is so low. You are a testament that you started with $100 in penny stocks. You can't take $100 and buy a house or apartment or a multi-family, okay? And so this is why I encourage everybody to get in the game with stocks and then branch out and do everything else. Tony, I salute you, man. I thank you. I can't wait to see your journey and everything else you accomplish. Major salute, much love. Listen, guys, if you have comments, leave them below and I'll add them to my next video. Listen, I make videos like this every week, so if you like this one, make sure you check out the next one. Remember, most people see the end result. Very few consider the journey. Do me a favor, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you grab some free stock using my link below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.